Time to get ready for the draft. Free agency is about done. You can clink on that joint. We'll probably pick up after the draft with some more free agent signings. Mike, are the 49ers losing players, though, because of Kyle Shanahan? Are you ready to get into it, baby?
You damn right.
Smash that like button, faithful. What's going on, 49er faithful? It's your host with the most, your boy, the Wayne Breezy, Mike Andrew 83 in the building. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hint the green. Mike got all shades of green on right now, which is cool because it's all green. It's all green. Money green, Kelly green, Celtic green, Grinch green.
Grinch green, baby. Grinch green, baby. I'm feeling good, man. I'm ready to turn up, man. We had a good talk on Friday, and it kind of got me excited and anxious. And then, there's always something, man. My camera broke, so hopefully it holds true. Like if I sneeze too hard, it's over.
Don't sneeze.
So I'm gonna try. Exactly. I'm gonna try to sit still. And I got my Grinch on not only because of the St. Patrick's Day in the green, but this gonna be my mood for this episode. We're gonna dig into some stuff, man.
So are you late because the Grinch clothing? Because I know you didn't wear that to work.
Yes, I did. I wore this to work today. Yeah, I did. Look under my shirt.
I don't want to see. You gotta show nobody.
I got my work t-shirt. You ain't see me just pull my ID off. I
want to see what you got on underneath, bro. I'm just asking the question. It's just yes or no.
Yeah, no, but you made the face though. Your face was like you lying. I saw the face.
I still think you lying, but it's all good. Lying. You could have put that on when you got home. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. I got the matching head joint.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see.
We late, and so you still had time and the lateness to put the ensemble. Either way, it's fresh. You know what I mean? Like
I was clipping stuff together over here.
Do we still say fresh? Is that
Fresh is cool. I like that. You can bring it back. Run it back.
Yeah, right. Because fresh was dope. When did that come out? 90s?
91, 92.
90
it was
fresh, fresh to death.
Dougie Fresh. Remember when he had his shows and everything?
I do. I do
Fresh
remember that
TV show.
But I don't know if that word, because Fresh to Death. Remember, there's a movie called Fresh too. I don't know if you remember that movie.
I do remember the movie Fresh. Wait, was Kyle Pratt in the show though?
In the Dougie Fresh? Oh, you mean Dougie show?
Who? Oh, was it Dougie Doug? It was Dougie Doug. Dougie Fresh. Wait, but Dougie Fresh got a show too though, didn't he?
That's Dougie Fresh, the Bebop King.
Right.
I think you was talking about Dougie Doug, but Kyle Pratt had her show called One on One with Flex.
Oh yeah. Flex.
Which is another DJ name. How funny is this, right?
Look at you, yo. That's why I got it confused. Yes.
Shout out to everybody out there, all the Breezy Bunch crew members, man. We're not gonna keep you long. Mike and I want to dig into this conversation. Jack says, "Hey Wayne, Mike and Faithful, happy Wayne Day, St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy the show. Like, comment, subscribe, join the BB crew, all that good stuff." I want to start this off from Miles X because I don't really see too many Miles X's comments in the comment section. First of all, Miles, thanks for being a member of the Breezy Bunch crew. And so the title of the show is, are the 49ers losing players because of Kyle Shanahan? Now, he says that's not it. They're building for the future. Taking the huge cap hit this season as far as dead cap. So let's talk about that. It's dead cap. It's not a cap hit. It's the difference between a cap hit and a dead cap. It's different. But rookies playing well, no need to pay the vets. 22 picks in the next two drafts with $60+ million next season. So he said that I need to check out Wise's breakdowns on the free agent signings. I think we kind of went through our own version of the free agent signings. Like, what is your take on Miles X's take? I'm just curious to know.
If this is in direct response to the title of the show, then I disagree with Miles. I do think that Kyle Shanahan rubs people the wrong way, specifically some young players. And I think that there are players who are not coming back specifically because of Kyle Shanahan and how he runs his building.
Okay, so let's
agree with that.
So let's talk about it. Let's get some of these players. Let's create a list of players that we feel now. Like the latest thing that happened was the Ambry Thomas spiel, and he said what he said. And I guess he was alluding to the 49ers by wanting to get the heck out of there. He wasn't the only person that was trying to get the heck out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so like a lot of people don't know that we know some things that people don't know, and we were asked not to disclose some of that stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, I mean, I feel like that was 3-4 years ago. So I feel like now it's time to disclose it. But let's just go with some stuff that we know without really disclosing that. Let's go back to a couple of players. Like, we've heard a former wide receiver talk about bump the wide receiver.
Well, wait, we ain't got to go that far back. Hold on.
Let's go to the quarterback.
Because that was the most recent. We can go with the running back that just left.
Well, I was going to say let's go with the quarterback. Let's go with Josh Dobbs. Okay. We could go wherever you want, but we could go with Josh Dobbs, who was a free agent. The Niners needed a backup quarterback, and they didn't decide to re-sign him. He went to, I think, New England. He's a Patriot now. Congratulations to Josh Dobbs. Congratulations to all the guys that left San Francisco and became free agents. Congratulations to everybody out there. Now, I said that because do you remember Josh Dobbs when they asked him about possibly returning to the 49ers? And we're not going to pull up anything. We're going to go off for straight memory. Do you remember his response? So we're not pulling nothing up. Okay, cool. We can pull stuff up, but I'm not going to go that far. Do you remember his response? I'm just curious to know off the top of your head, do you remember his response?
I don't. I don't know.
He talked about how he liked it here, but he didn't really feel like he had a fair opportunity to compete for the number 2 spot. Remember how the Niners kept putting Brandon Allen in the game? We were like, what the hell? Man, he's not the best option.
Yeah. And then, my fucking dog, I'm going to kill this goddamn dog. I'm going to kill this fucking dog.
No, I got you.
Bear, shut the fuck up.
I'm trying to keep it up. Yo, when I tell you, Mike, listen, there is never going to be another live show like the Bam Show, bro. Stuff just happens. Mike, I got you on mute. When you come back on camera, let me know. I'm sorry for laughing at my brother. That was funny, though. No one's laughing but me. Okay, that's fine. Oh, Jackson, thank you, Jax. Tanisha's laughing. Mark, I'm gonna put him off of you because I want to see if he tamed. Mike, you still with us? Yo, there's not another show you gonna get bloopers and the show at the same damn time. Like literally, Mike was about to go full throttle on his point and the camera hit the ground. I'm gonna woosah. Mike, you still with us, bro? Yeah, you cut the mic off too. Yo, just let the comments flow. Oh, it all started as the grin. Yo, I didn't even know I could laugh like this. Oh, man. Oh, Mike he took his mic off. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the show because I know people are going to be complaining in the comment section that I'm laughing, but y'all had to see what happened. He was about to go in on what he was about to go in on, unfortunately, Bear. Bear.
I'm so sorry, Wayne. Now, I felt bad for going off like the way I did, but it turns out like there's a neighborhood child missing, so it was a parent knocking on the door. And that's what turned my dog up, and then so I apologize.
They couldn't knock on any other door. You got to get one of them.
My daughters know the little boy that's missing, so yeah, I do have to get one of the on-air signs. And I told you if I sneezed too wrong, everything was gonna fall. You thought I was playing.
So his vibration knocked the camera down.
He's a mastiff. And he was over here. Yeah, I'm telling you. Like,
right, that's what I'm saying. His vibration knocked it down.
You know the little clips for like curtains and stuff? Like they hold real tight, right? But if it's too much pressure on something, it's just going to pop right off.
Bruh.
That's what happened.
You was about to go full point, so I want to know what you was about to say. Because
we were talking.
I was talking about Josh Dobbs' experience. Give me another player that you feel Kyle kind of ran out of San Francisco. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Jordan Mason. Everybody out there wants to talk about the Ambry Thomas tweet, and he kind of tried to walk it back. That kind of pissed me off. I wish he stood 10 toes on that.
Yeah.
Y'all crazy, man. Why this got to be about football? Like, bro, like, own what you said. Like, it's okay, but that's neither here nor there. You talked about Joshua Dobbs. Jordan Mason is the most recent example that we should really, really think about. I told y'all after week 1 that young man was not coming back to the team no more. I told y'all.
Hold up.
You remember what happened week 1?
You ain't tell me, because I told you he thought he messed up. And you said, nah, he didn't mess up. Matter of fact, go check the episode, because Mike and I got into an argument. We ended up agreeing because we blamed it on Kyle. We said Kyle should have had him prepared for the interview. Remember, Mike? I think we came to that conclusion.
Bro, young man makes his first start. Well, not his first start, but makes his full game.
He gets his first TV appearance at the end of the game. I think it's fair to say that. First interview.
Excited, and then goes to the press box, and he's damn near in tears. And y'all can't tell me that didn't come from coaching, that something wasn't said to him. And I tried to tell y'all, I said, yo, like, there's going to be repercussions from that. Maybe I didn't say he's not coming back. I don't think I said he's not coming back. I said there's going to be repercussions. I wouldn't be surprised if they started somebody else just to spite him or whatever, trying to teach him a lesson. I was like, but something was said to this young man.
Yeah, you said
so
that.
I said something was said to him that broke this man. I will never forget that. I'll never forget how he looked at that presser. He was out there doing his thing. People are like, oh, the Niners ain't going to be anything without Christian McCaffrey. He ran roughshod out there and then went up there in tears.
To be fair, after that came the Bobby Turner stories. And so, like, about Bobby Turner not liking him, or whatever.
Damage control. Yep.
So we knew. Now, look, the Niners needed him. They used him. Bada boom, bada bing, until he got hurt, right? Like, that's kind of like how it happened. But let's all be clear, like, this was always Christian McCaffrey's team. And so I'm not surprised at the trade, but you're feeling like that particular situation held a lot of weight to the decision on him being here,
1,000%.
right?
1,000%. Now, the Niners, they're going to flip him for what they could flip him for. He wasn't coming back here, y'all. I put my best foot forward. I showed the league what I could do. I am out of here. I'm
I'm happy for him, and I'm happy that I'm happy. First of all, I think the Niners did him a good service, right? They did him right.
They found a good place for him. He's going to get a significant amount of carries. Yeah.
And then he got a significant amount of cash. I mean, his cat went from making $5.3 million. I think that was what that tender was. If I'm not, he wasn't going to make that, but that's what the tender was on him, to making, I think, $7 million or something. Like, he's getting a nice little guarantee over there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shout out to Jedi, new member. Jedi, welcome back. Return of the Jedi. I can say that because his name is Jedi, and he's returned back to the Breezy Bunch crew, right? So I can say Return of the Jedi, right? So, I just feel like I want people to have more of an open mind when it comes to certain things. You know me, I'm one of Kyle Shanahan's biggest supporters. I think people know that. But I also talk about stuff that people don't necessarily like to hear when it comes to our head coach. Like, I don't blame the head coach for execution, but I do blame the head coach for getting players in the right positions and running things that he knows that they're capable of doing instead of forcing. So I do think there's issues with our head coach, Kyle Shanahan. Let's talk about free agency, because we let a lot of players go. And I want to talk about this guy. I want to talk about Dre Greenlaw, and the Niners talking about moving on cheaper. And here's the breakdown of the contract from Spot Rec. Let's talk about this, Mike, because I know you see these numbers, and these are all friendly paying numbers for a player like Dre Greenlaw. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the moment them wives clubs had that party, that was out. Like, that set it up. I don't know who leaked that footage, but whoever leaked the wives club footage, I knew that was gone. Like,
they were
straight
saying
up.
Goodbye to my man. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
He wasn't even in there. He wasn't even there. It was a wives club event. Once I seen that, I'm like, dang. Then we
it was
signed
like a baby shower or something.
It was like a baby. Yeah. Didn't they sign Salah? So then I said, all right, let's connect the dots. Salah's going to come back, and he's going to advocate to get his guy back. I think Dre Greenlaw was already out. I think Greenlaw and that Rams game, please move, Bear. I don't want him cursing you out again.
I'm sorry. And I really thought I was on mute. I just see all the comments now. My
That
dog
junk is funny.
Move.
Bear, you're not listening?
Hit my dog.
No, we know that. We know that. But Bear, you're not listening, Bear. I'm trying to tell you, Bear. Hear me out, Bear.
I'm sorry.
So what I'm thinking, though, Mike, is when Greenlaw came back in that Rams game, I don't think he was hurt. I think they made a business decision, and I think Kyle and they all knew that was the end of Greenlaw, bro. I think they did. Because look at these numbers, man. 3 years.
Okay, wait. You say a business decision. What was the business decision? Because the business says that says that they can afford those numbers over there.
Yeah, but
right?
the thing
they can
was,
afford those numbers.
The business decision was, hey, man, we also don't know what the Niners offered. Yeah, this was what he ended up settling for. But I really think it came down to Dre Greenlaw not being the Mike. And I feel like Greenlaw feels like he's a Mike. And I'm not mad at him for that. So, yeah, the Niners would have offered him these numbers, but they're not going to offer these numbers for a non-Mike, right? These aren't high numbers, but we're talking
I'm about to say, these are even as a starter, these middle of the pack. That 2027 number more realistic, right? Like,
yeah, but I mean, even that's not a lot to me though. $13.1 million in year 3,
right?
That's not a lot of money. And with the cap going up,
nice up front,
yeah. Mm-hmm. And with the cap going up, that's a bargain, right? And we're just talking about these recent players, so I'm really wanting us to kind of like dive into this, man. That's what this show is all about, man. We're gonna look into the crevices and the cracks and stuff like that, just to have some fun with it. But at the end of the day, how is Dre Greenlaw not a 49er? This has to be, if you wanted me here, Mike, and I got my foot out the door, one foot out the door, and you want me to bring that foot back in the door, what would you do to keep me here?
Well, if you got one foot out, especially if you already a free agent, hey, go tell me what the offers are. And give us an opportunity to match it. Let us match a beat with the.
He doesn't have to do that though. He's not restricted.
He absolutely does not have to. Right. But don't you think that Dre Greenlaw being picked where he was and all would be like, yeah, if he wanted to stay, would at least do the Niners that solid? Like, wouldn't that be the logical thing to do in that situation? If he wanted to stay, I'm saying, right? I want to know what my value is to them because I am coming off an injury. I don't want to sign a deal with y'all right now because I am coming off an injury and I might lowball myself. So my agent might lowball me also.
I disagree with the agent lowballing me because the agent wants to make maximum dollar. That doesn't sit right with me.
I'm saying if he signed before talking to other teams, it's an option that he would not have been able to get as much money if he waited, if he didn't wait. But he chose to wait and see what the other teams are saying. Oh, I'm out of here.
Bro. I don't think Dre Greenlaw wanted to play for Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, I mean, and he's another person on the list. I got another name for the list too.
Let's keep it going. We got 20 minutes.
You remember Willie Snead?
Damn it, that was my next player. I do. You ready? Let's go. He came out.
Because
pause. Go ahead. You got it.
Yeah. No. So my man tweets out and directly about this team. It's a nonsense type of thing. It was favoritism and roster politics and all that. He was saying they don't let nobody really compete. They just give people positions and all that. It's not about how good or bad the player was, Chris. I saw the comment. It's not about how good or bad the player was. He was saying, let's go out there and compete and then put the best players on the field. The Niners don't do that. The Niners don't even draft that way. They don't even draft that way. They don't free agent that way. They get guys that are going to come in and do exactly what Kyle tells them to do. Y'all think that there's a coincidence that we don't go out there and get quarterbacks that like to scramble, like to run around, like to move a little bit? Y'all don't think that there was a reason why Kyle Shanahan lashed out at RG3 for the off-script play that was a touchdown, and he still went back to the sideline and scolded him for it? Because I need you to do what I'm telling you to do, how I'm telling you to do it, and why I'm telling you to do it. Not what you want to do. The athleticism and all that shit don't make a difference. Everyone's, I can't believe we passed on Patrick Mahomes. I can, because that would drive Kyle Shanahan crazy here. I can't believe they didn't get Justin Fields. I can, because that would drive Kyle Shanahan crazy here. Those kind of quarterbacks that move, if the first two reads aren't there, that's not what Kyle wants. He wants these guys that he can control, robotic type control. And if it don't work, you got to go.
All right,
You gotta go. You can't stay here.
I'm gonna say Mark's comment. We got a super chat contribution from Jack. She says, "Look at Trey Lance. This is an intricate situation to like talk about Trey Lance, right? Because I don't think Trey Lance was the mobile guy that we all thought. I don't think he had that lateral speed. I thought he had maybe the straight up and down speed, like the vertical speed. If he get down, go straight and can kind of like run and truck people over. But as far as moving side to side, I never thought that was Trey Lance. I never thought he was the Lamar Jackson. I never thought he was that. Like even Josh Allen is a little bit more stiff if you watch him running left to right. He's more wiggle running north and north, right? Like downhill. Like, and that's the more of the comparison I got for the reason why Kyle wanted to go after a guy like Trey Lance. My issue with Trey Lance was he couldn't do what Kyle asked him to do. And I don't think Kyle also allowed him to be who he was. And so that's, as far as Trey Lance leaving, he didn't leave, he was traded. But I can see why like people want to say, look at Trey Lance. I think Kyle has issues when it comes to letting players be who they are. And Trey Lance didn't really get an opportunity to compete because once he got hurt, the competition was out the door. You would have thought after getting injured, the next year, Trey Lance got to be the guy competing for the quarterback 2 spot or be already penciled in at quarterback 2. But what did they do? They went and signed Sam Darnold. And who ended up beating out Trey Lance? Sam Darnold for the number 2 spot.
Who do you think wanted to trade Trey Lance? Trey Lance's camp or in-house?
I think more Trey Lance camp. They wanted to give Trey Lance an opportunity to go somewhere else.
Okay. And
they did right by Trey Lance
leaving because of Kyle Shanahan, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what this whole conversation is about? I love Jax's point here. Maybe not the comparison about the mobile quarterbacks, and that maybe that's what she was going for, but it was the fact of misusing players or not knowing how to deal with guys that aren't just conforming. All right, well, y'all want to do this? Y'all want to go with this guy? Trade me then. I'm out of here. I want to go anywhere but stay here.
Which was going to lead
someone else leaving. Go ahead. Yep.
Which is leading me to the next point. And so, like, that's where I want to get to, because this was the perfect super chat contribution to lead me into Mark's question, because all the players that we named were kind of like non-starters, right? And that's kind of like, Trey Lance was a starter until he got injured, blah, 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 right? But a lot of the players that Mark says we were mentioning were backups, right? We're talking about backups. No, let's not talk about backups. Let's talk about Deebo Samuel. Let's go to Deebo Samuel right now. Let's talk about Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel requested a trade, right? And regardless of how we felt about Deebo Samuel's play on the football field, to us, he was one thing. But to other teams, he still held value, correct? And so he wanted out. Why did he want out? Because he wanted the opportunity to be used like Deebo Samuel.
This is supposed to be Kyle's boy.
This is Kyle's dog. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Don't talk, Mike. What I'm talking for?
Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? This is supposed to be Kyle's ace boom coon. Like, this is his guy. This is Kyle's guy.
They still guys.
I'm about to say, so much so that 2 days after the trade, Deebo posted a post and says, "Oh, by the way, it's all love for everybody in the building. So no hard feelings." Like,
he wanted out.
Okay, yeah, but I want to go. Why? He was already in the contract. Why? Because they said and made it clear, and he approved that he's the one that requested the trade.
Yes, the team.
Y'all
did.
Can't tell me that there's not something up with Kyle and the way he does. He is with players. That's a starter. That's a start. I got another starter for you. Akhello Witherspoon. Oh, Mike, here you go with your guy. Here you go with your guy. Here you go with your guy. I don't care.
Here you go with your guy.
The Niners could offer him $20 million a year. Akhello Witherspoon is not coming back to this organization, yo. Not to say that we want him or need him, but my point is the way he left, the reason which end he left, and then that whole situation, that game against Buffalo, all of that was bullshit. All of that was nonsense. I'm sorry.
Can we talk about it now? Like, can we
say what you want to say? Yeah.
Yeah, let's disclose it. I mean, let's talk about a player. All right, let's go back to the Witherspoon situation. Now I remember the reason why. Okay, so first, before we even dive into this, and again, shout out to everybody out there. Hit that like button, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. But I want to go back to the first comment from Miles, right? I want to talk about, like, don't think that so first of all, the 49ers have an agenda and a narrative that they want us to believe. So they could kind of make this shit about money all they want. And if you choose to believe that, that's fine. But I don't think this is all about money. I don't think this is about saving money on players. That's all cap to me. It just is. Jed York got plenties of billions of dollars, and if he wanted his team to be a super team, and he could do it underneath the cap rules, he can absolutely make that happen. Let's just keep it a buck. This ain't about freeing up contracts and cap space and paying Brock Purdy and this. Nah, this ain't that. Now, that's what they want us to believe, though. So let's believe it. But I think under sight, it's more than just that. It's more than meets the eye. We have some Transformer shit right now. I'm telling you. It's more than that. And I think it comes down to players not being fairly treated, I guess, when it comes to competing for a spot, bro. So let's talk about the Akhello Witherspoon, because I remember him saying that he was sick and he couldn't play. Then he asked to go in the game. And then Kyle, that's what happened.
That's the story. That's the story the Niners told.
That's what I'm saying. Well, hear me out.
No, I'm lying. That's not what they said. You're right. Go ahead. You're right.
No, tell me what they said then. I'm sorry.
No, you're absolutely right. You're right. You're right. So what the Niners said was that they asked Spoon to play, and he said no.
Yes.
They made it like it was like this protest.
Well, it was because he already declared that he couldn't do it, though. I don't know if it was an injury or if he was sick. It was one of the two things.
Right. They made it sound like they went to him before the game. He said he couldn't do it.
Right.
So and they put in Brian Allen.
Correct. And who got torched?
Brian Allen.
I'm just saying.
It was like 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and guess who came back in? So this is when I knew it was a red flag. Forget who we talked to and what we know, what we got confirmation on. Forget all that for just half a second. Y'all telling me that he didn't want to go in, and then after y'all losing that much, he goes in anyway? So that don't make any sense, right?
Well, I'm trying to understand, like. That, to me, that's ego. But it's so contradicting to me, right? Because when Devondre Campbell did it, we all turned against. It's like we all turn against these players when they don't put the team first. And then when you got a player that's willing to put the team first, you still turn against them. I don't get it. I'm confused. Help me be unconfused.
You're not confused. The narrative is controlled by the team.
Correct.
And so that's what happens. And somebody else just recently tweeted out, like, one day I'll tell. Oh, Campbell. It was Campbell. One day I'll let y'all know what's really going on. One day I'll tell you how I really feel.
Something weird, bro.
It's more narrative. It's more narrative being controlled by the team. Y'all can sit here and try to say that we wrong. Y'all can say that we reaching. It's too many instances of this happening.
We're just having a discussion. Like I'm not trying to reach for anything. I'm just saying. Something's not. The math ain't mathing.
Correct. And this is not a whole. We need to fire shit. Like I'm not.
Oh no. We're not there. We're not there. We're just trying to figure out. There's no one wanted to come here. No big free agents wanted to sign here. I think that's because of the way we treat the big free agents, right? They don't give us nothing in their first year. Oh, we're gonna release you. Look at Javon Hargrave, just for example, prime example. And I know he got injured, bicep injury, but they restructured his deal so that they can walk away from that contract, which is probably the right thing to do. But what if another free agent that could have come in and helped decided to not come to us because, damn, if I get hurt, I might get let go next year? That's a big, and you're looking for security when you sign a deal to be with a team and play free-minded, knowing I'm going to go out there and.
Imagine playing football, the most injury-guaranteed sport on the planet, and thinking to yourself, if I get hurt on that team, I might get cut. We are literally spending an entire offseason with people talking about possibly trading Ayuk. After what? You guessed it.
I wanted
an
to
injury.
I wanted to end on that. I wanted to
I'm
end
sorry.
on.
I'm gonna check.
No. Keep talking,
it.
but let's end on that player. Is all I'm saying. I want to end on him.
That's it.
Because he's requested a trade too.
Right. So wait, what?
He's been requested a trade. He requested
After he
a
got
trade.
the deal?
He requested a trade last season. You think those feelings?
Yeah.
You think those feelings have gone away because he signed the deal, and he knows he has the possibility of being moved right now.
Right. So this offseason, we heard people debating: should we trade Christian McCaffrey? Should we trade Brandon Ayuk? We already traded Debo.
I want to ask a different question. I want to know if Christian McCaffrey came out and requested a trade, would we turn against him too?
When you say we, what you
I mean
as
a fan base. As a fan base. I always include me in the fan base, even if I don't agree with the fan base. But would we want him out of there?
Yes, because we bleed that color over your shoulder.
Okay,
we
that's why
bleed that red and gold and that logo for sure. We're gonna turn against anybody who's not down with the team. Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm just asking, and I wanted to end on the Brandon Ayuk situation because right now he's in the trade talks because of the draft. So as long as he's a high quality player at some point when he's out here on the football field, he's probably going to net worth. You're going to get the most return on your investment. Right now, I feel like the Niners won't get the most return on their investment, but let's talk about Brandon Ayuk because let's talk about him and Kyle Shanahan not like this. Let's talk about him wearing different color shorts. Let's talk about the way the media tried to paint
the right color shorts, but underneath the different color shorts. Come on. I'm gonna purposely antagonize you.
I just want to know, with the track record of the 49ers, is that a problem? Because that to me seems like, as much as I don't want the 49ers to trade Brandon Ayuk, I feel like the Niners would move Brandon Ayuk for Snickers and a Twix, bro. And just move on.
I hope they at least get the ice cream bar, not just the regular candy bar.
Speaking of ice cream bar, we got to have a side note. I be on the social media, bro. Did you see the Rice Krispie ice cream sandwiches, bro? Bruh.
Wait, is this a thing?
Bro, it's 2 Rice Krispie treats with ice cream in the middle, and apparently they're really hard to find because if you find them, people are buying them. And they got the strawberry flavor. I apologize if we getting off topic, but did you? And so I'm trying to find those. Lord have mercy.
This can't be real. This ain't real.
Look at this. I'm just
all right. Wow. All right. I'm sorry. My bad. We took a hard left right there. My bad.
Well, I don't even know how we got there. But my point is, I feel like there might be some bad blood between Kyle and Brandon Ayuk. And we already know Ayuk been through the doghouse. In the doghouse, came out of the doghouse. I don't know if you remember this, but Brandon Ayuk's the reason why we went to that Super Bowl that year. I don't know if that holds any weight.
Yeah, something to do with a ladybug or something like that. I remember, right?
I remember, yeah, and we tried to make that a thing, but now everybody turned against Brandon Ayuk because you know what I'm saying. You know what, the fan base, we gotta stop.
Get the targets in the Super Bowl. I remember all of it, bro. I remember all of it.
Yeah, I think as a fan base though, we stop turning against these players so quickly, man. We gotta be better. We gotta be better fans. I'm not telling anybody how to fan, but it's if he don't catch the pass, then cheer him to catch the next one or something. If he has a bad game, cheer for him until he has a good game. I really do believe the players out there really be paying attention to the social media takes, and the Niners brand is a little harsh. They're a lot harsh because it's more like, what can you do for us now? You were absent in the Super Bowl, and what can you do for us now? You know what I'm saying? I just feel like when it comes to Kyle Shanahan, just to kind of make this full circle, he has to do a better job when it comes to treating the players I don't want to use the word equal, but like give these guys the opportunities. Of course, you're gonna have your faves, right? You're gonna have your faves. You're gonna have your guys that are captains. You're gonna have those guys. You're gonna have those guys. But to me, this free agency, Mike, this might be one of the best free agencies ever that I feel like guys will get a fair freaking shot. Like, like ain't too many superstars here anymore. Like, defense has been depleted. Nick Bosa's pretty much the lock on the line. Fred Warner, I hope, is still the lock as the linebacker. And you got Demo in the secondary, and everybody else got to come in and compete.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You only got 3 positions on the whole defense that are secure. Everything else should be competition. Should be. So, but again, that's what we thought we were seeing all along. And then you hear about from some irate players that were released and cut, and they say otherwise. You know, it's not meritocracy. So we just got to see how it goes. We see how it plays out, man. That's it. That's all.
Don't want Kyle Shanahan gone. I would like for Kyle Shanahan to. I feel like he is losing players. So this to me is going to really test to see how great Kyle Shanahan is, right? You don't have the superstars anymore. You don't have the high-priced free agents that you could depend on. You got to make your coaches develop talent. And for me, Mike, if Kyle can get this done, especially in a quick turnaround in a year like this, I think I'll give Kyle Shanahan a round of applause, bro.
Absolutely.
I think I could tip my hat to the greatest damn coach in the NFL.
We're about to find out what Kyle Shanahan is really made of this season right here.
Very well said. Guys, we hope you enjoyed the show, man. We truly appreciate you guys for tuning in. Mike's going to take us home, but don't forget to smash that like button, all right? Make sure you subscribe to the channel if this is your first time watching, all right? And feel free to become a member of the Breezy Bunch crew. Shout out to the Breezy Bunch crew out there, all in the building, early and late. Truly appreciate you guys. Thank you, Mike. I got 2 nothing but Niner like legends on the same damn day. St. Patrick's Day has been great for me. Had Tony earlier on the Wayne Breezy show, Mike right here on the BAM show. I can't ask for anything more. Now, if I could get NY to the Bay on a show, woo, I'll be smoking like Jim Carrey. All right, Mike, take us home, baby.
We alive all the time, kicking it with the fam, bro. That's Breezy. I'm Mike, and this is the BAM Show.
What's up, faithful? Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and make sure you check out some of the other cool videos.